Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Bhavna Singh, Assistant Professor in the Department of History, Ganesh Lal Agarwal College, Nilambar Pratamba University, Jharkhand. The topic of my discussion would be the concept of marriage in ancient India. Let us begin with why this idea of marriage originated in the society. Do we see this concept in Stone Age? No. In Stone Age, people lived like hunters and gatherers. There was a race, there was a struggle for survival in that era. So we do not see the concept of marriage in Stone Age. But gradually, we see that this idea appeared in the society. So what was the reason behind the appearance of this idea? What was the need of this concept in the society? The basic need of the concept of marriage in the society was to form a legitimate relation between a male and a female. So what was the requirement of this legitimate relation? The requirement of this legitimate relation was to form a responsible society so that human race could exist and continue. So let us talk about the sources from where we get the idea of this concept. Basically, when we talk about Indian scriptures, there are two smritis from where we get the concept of marriage, that is Ashwalayan Smriti and Gautam Smriti. These two law books talk about 8 categories of marriage. The 8 categories of marriage, or I would say the 8 varieties of marriage. The first one was Brahma Vivah, the second one was Daiva Vivah, the third one was Arsh Vivah, the fourth one was Prajapatya Vivah, the fifth one was Asur Vivah, the sixth one was Gandhar Vivah, seventh was Rakshas Vivah, and the last one, that means the 8th one, was Paishachya Vivah. Among these 8 forms of marriages, the first 4 forms are considered to be the legitimate form of marriage. That means Brahma Vivah, Dev Vivah, Arsh Vivah and Prajapatya Vivah are legitimate form of marriage. What do you understand by legitimate form of marriage? It means the marriage which was approved by the society. And the last 4 varieties, that is the Asur Vivah, Gandhar Vivah, Rakshas Vivah and Paishachya Vivah, was considered to be illegitimate form of marriage. That means it was not approved by the society. Let me just quickly move on to the details of these forms of marriages. First, I'll be talking about Brahma Vivah. In Brahma Vivah, a male of pure character, a good personality, would be married to a female of pure character but of same caste. With all the rituals happening, with all the religious ceremonies in front of the entire society, they both would get married to each other. The second form of legitimate marriage, which is called as the Dev Vivah, here the female would be given as a feast by her father to the priest who performed sacrificial ceremonies. So she would be given as a feast to the priest. So I consider it basically an objectification of a female. Then talking about the third category of marriage, that is the Arsh Vivah, it is considered to be a barter form of marriage, where a female father would get a pair of cows from the groom and then she would be gifted to the groom. So here a female would be exchanged with a pair of cows. So this actually represents the pastoral nature of the society of ancient India, where the importance of cattle was way beyond anything. Then talking about the fourth category of marriage, which is Prajapatya Vivah, and in my opinion, I consider it to be the most ideal form of marriage. Why? Because here a male of pure character but of same caste would be married to a female of pure character and of same caste, but without any exchange of dowry, without any exchange of money or gift. So this was considered to be the most ideal form of marriage. So talking about these 4 legitimate marriage, let's begin with the 4 illegitimate categories of marriage. The first one was Asur Vivah, where it is considered to be an economic contract, where the father of the bride would sell his daughter to the groom. So it was very looked down upon marriage in the society. Then talking about the second category of illegitimate marriage, which is Gandhar Vivah. If in present context, I would say it is a love marriage, where a male and a female would love each other they would want to marry and they would marry, but it was disapproved by the society. The third illegitimate form of marriage was Rakshas Vivah. And this is considered to be a very ruthless category of marriage, where a female would be abducted, she would be kidnapped by a male, and then she would be forced to marry him. So this is very ruthless form of marriage for ancient India. Then the last category was Paishachya Vivah, where a female, this is considered to be the worst form of marriage, because where a male would establish a forceful relation, sexual relation with a female, and then he would through fraudism or seduction, and then she would be forced to marry by the society. So this is considered to be the worst form of marriage among all the 8 varieties of marriage, all the 8 categories of marriage. This is the worst form of marriage. So these are the 8 categories of marriage which actually originated in ancient India, and you will see this idea prevailing till today. Like, at least among all the 8 forms of marriages, I can see 3 forms of marriages still prevailing. That is, first one is Brahma Vivah, where a female would be married to a male in lieu of some dowry or gift. Then the second one is Arsh Vivah, where an ideal marriage takes place without any dowry. And the third one is Gandharva Vivah, which is called love marriage in today's context. So these 3 categories in general prevail in the society. Rather, we see the existence of all the 8 forms of marriages somewhere in the nooks and corners of the world, but these 3 generally prevail in the society. So this was all about the concept of marriage which originated in ancient India, and the idea which has been responsible for the formation of a responsible society and the continuity and the existence of human race. Thank you, everyone.